As a little late birthday present to me, this is a box with a box inside from Wicked Brick, and this is actually for finally getting this thing inside a display case. Hi guys, Retro Trek Ralph here with it's slightly an unboxing. This box is huge, it's ridiculous. It's not on the right spot for where I do my usual unboxing and stuff like that, but this is from Wicked Brick. This is a display solution, is what they call it, for the Lego Millennium Falcon. I have the UCS Millennium Falcon. It's been sat over there, just getting dropped on all the time. I mean, I'm going to show you again over here. It's next to the Enterprise D. It's just, this bits keeps dropping off of my bookshelves and the parts up here and stuff. This needs to go inside a case. Now the problem with it is, yeah, I wanted something that I could probably build myself, didn't get around to it. It would have been the same cost as what it would have been getting Wicked Brick on their website. I'll put a link in the description to them, to the actual case that I'm going to be building for this. So first things first, let's get into the box back over there and see what you actually get, because this is the one, the link will be for the acrylic case with a base, with the stand, with a background. So we want to see this looking the best it possibly can and be protected from me being a klutz. Now, it's not very often I do videos that aren't on a stand, and if you see my feet, I do apologise. Hello. So this is the box on the floor. We've got it opened and I've actually removed the contents. They're on the up there, but I want to show you something first anyway. When you open this thing, it's packed. There's a lot of bubble wrap around it, which it needs to be, but you really need to look at the top here. These have all got screws in and gubbins. Now, two of these were actually squashed and the tiny screws inside came out, but I'm hopeful they've not came out of this. So don't just throw everything away. Probably unpack and look under each one of them bits and whatever's anyway to see what's where. So, oh my goodness. Right. This comes taped up. Side parts on here to protect the edges, hopefully. Everything is covered over. There's a Wicked Brick instructions manual on there, a bag of some sort of pads, and a plaque there from Millennium Falcon. We'll see that later. Now these bits look like that they probably are the stand to hold the Falcon up. Piece of metal in there. Some studs there. I think I've just cut myself on the corner, so watch out when you're doing this. Some more parts on here. There's all the pieces I need, and I think there's the instructions. It comes as, this is your stand. This is the Calloc default podiums. Oh, it's the podium. Yeah, let's say a podium. I don't know whether it goes that way or that way, but actually I think the podium can't be the podium. I thought that was the podium. Okay, so basically it comes with this bit. I don't think the window one comes with this, because this looks like what it is. Two pieces of plastic put inside so you can hide it inside some sort of cupboard that you've done yourself. That's what I'm getting the impression of. But I've got this one. So we have piece, but 6 sides, obviously. The base comes in and goes there, sides go on, and the top goes on afterwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should be easy enough to make. It's just getting the Falcon in there to start with. I'm guessing that I'm probably going to have to make it base with the stand first, put it in, back on. Maybe one of the sides, probably not one of the sides, and then mount the Falcon. So this is going to be fun to do. So I need to take off all this sellotape, all this packaging around here, get rid of the cardboard box on the floor and make sure there's no screws inside, and then we can start building this, and I do not know where to go to put this together. So with the extra parts, great. I've got a load of screws in here. I'll look at those in a second. So all these parts are here apart from that. Yeah, side. I see you've got side and you've got case front, E and F, which we've got one of. We've got 2 of and 2 of. That makes me weirded out. Optional background is C, which also should be... Anyway, we have these parts. this has got to be the stand, and it's got to stand like that. So the ship sits onto it like that. You probably could do it that way if you wanted, but it's going that way, and I think it's not that one because that's the windowed version. Nothing's to scale on this. It's weird, but this is also not right either because this is a stand. It must be that. This can't be that, right? I'm ignoring that because that is a stand for putting things on for different. Yeah, so we're ignoring that completely. This is the stand that comes with it. It's actually got a R emblazoned on there, so that goes that side. The L just there, which should go that way. And then this part here, which shim goes down there, just holds in place. And like I said, all this is acrylic, so it's good stuff. It's not bulletproof by any means. I mean, that's just not gone on there perfect at the moment. I need to move that one down. There we go. There we go. We'll take off all this plastic when we get round to fully building. So that's there. This has to go on here somehow, I am guessing, or somewhere. I don't know where that would go, but I'm going to look on the pictures that you get online anyway and then double check everything. Actually, that doesn't go there at all, does it? I can see where it goes. He says, and you think he's broke it. It goes at the back of here. Cool. What I might do with this is I might permanently mount this. This is going to be into the base anyway. I might get some tensile and actually put this into the base itself and just stick it in place when it's in there. There's a stand which magnetizes to one part of the base. That one doesn't, but that will slot into place somehow. Put in your Lego figures and your BB-8 and your other part, what are they now? They're the Minox. Right, so here's a little stand thing. Looks like it's got magnets on as well. If you can see that. Millennium Falcon Ultimate Collector Series 72192. We have a stand for it, I assume. Maybe not. Unless that is for this. Okay, so the stand goes on here. Cool. I mean, it's not like we're making this up as we go along, kids. So yeah, they will go in there as a stand and go into. Got some pads for the base. I may get a few more of these and put them in place. So let's get this over here. I'll probably get around to doing stuff in a moment. So let's have a look what screws you get. Let's open a box. Right, so we get a block. Some big screws. Block, same size screws. I think these might all be the same. Yeah, the ones over there, because there was more screws in anyway, were the ones that fell out. So there will be there you go. Are they all the same? Yeah. So they basically just throw a load of screws and corners at you to get you on your way. So that's fine, I'll keep them all in there. So we can get around to lots of branding going on. Apart from that box. Yeah, Wicked Brick display solution. So they are pretty good. Yeah, this is going to be a fun build-ish when we get round to, yeah. Let's get on with it, shall we? Now, fully unpacked and figured out what goes where and how, here's obviously the Falcon. You come with two parts. This is for the Millennium Falcon one, obviously. The instructions show square stuff and it just looks kind of out of place. But the Millennium Falcon comes with two parts. One that's kind of looks like this, and it's the base. This one underneath with a Wicked Brick in the middle, magnets in the corners, is the bottom. Basically, it's what this bit goes underneath. These bits will connect to. Done. So that's your assembly done for that part. You also get two sides. It shouldn't matter which one's which, but at the tops you'll see these holes, here, here, here. Right at the bottom, you see a hole in the corner and a corner, but not in the middle. This part here will, all being well, after everything's took off, and there's not a box in the way, slide into there. I'll do it on this side anyway. I can't. There's a tab right there which will go into the hole right there. So those are your sides. The size of it, yeah, it's massive. But the Millennium Falcon's massive. So you get two sides, which is nice. You get the top, which is the same width but not as deep, but it will be the same depth as this one, so that will fit right at the top, right at the end. The back, which is, for mine, you can see the lines across there. I have the printed version. It's nicely printed on the back, but all these plastics will come off. And we have the front. Again, keeping these ones here, these tabs with the holes here to the top. So when these come up, all being well, can't do this with one hand, it will slot into place right there. It's a massive fish tank. Absolutely massive. But it's going to go exactly where the Falcon is there now anyway. So what my idea is, I'm going to put the base together. I'm going to put over here is the stand for the Falcon, and you may have noticed something in the if I left it in, because I've recorded this twice now, is I actually broke this corner, because this is a support for the base to hold the Falcon in a yeah, upright position. I actually broke this corner off, as you can see right there. There's a line across it. This is a support beam, but I've got some acetone because I'm doing a 3D project with some 3D models. That's broke again, so the acetone actually doesn't work, so I need to get some super glue on that. So I need to work on not breaking that. Be careful, be very, very careful. So that's the base for the actual Falcon to sit on, and inside the pot on the desk there is a stand here, stand which goes up here, legs which go there, and this part which then goes onto here. Ta-da! And other bits and bats inside there. So what I'll basically do is, you'll see in the fast forward video, because I'm not going to do this at normal speed, I'll get one of these blocks. When I've taken the plastic off, well, the actual cover part itself, you screw one of these to as whatever you want of these. So this is going up or left or right or whatever. They're not fully all hold anyway. I think the top part magnetizes in, I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think it screws in, it just clicks into place. But yes, these just screw into place on one part or another part, and then they just connect together in the corners. For the main parts will probably be whatever else in the middle part. To get a bit of structure, they will be screwed into place. But I think these are actually proper magnets. No, they're not magnetic. There was one part in here was magnetic, I'm sure it was. So my first bit's going to be just basically putting the feet on. I'm not taking the plastic off of the bottom base part, the very bottom, because that will protect the plastic for as long as possible. But I might put the feet on anyway. These are very, very thin felt pads anyway. I might get some more if I can find some, but for something this size, I think there's 6. Yeah, it's not enough for a size of build of this, but yeah, let's start building, shall we?
Enrollments.
Right, so Now that was terrifying. I mean, yeah, but they're nice, the stands, really nice, the stands. Just trying to move them back on from one to another is an absolute, yeah. I'm going to do that again by putting it on the other one. No idea I'm going to do this. You know what, this is going to take a long time to do. So, what I'm going to do is pause there and hopefully it should be a Millennium Falcon on a plastic stand. How difficult can that be? Very difficult, to be honest. It gets you warm doing stuff like this. Right, the best way to do it is put the stand in the first base, ignore the second base that black bit goes underneath of. Strip down as much as you can, put these two tabs here have to go where, when it's on its side, the lower landing gears sort of thing. So it has to sit on the pieces round about here and here. So probably there. Getting it up there is a pain in the arse, and actually most of the ship is now stripped down. Another video which I'll probably put a link in the description, you can have a laugh at it because it will not go like that. It does say you need 2 people, but I'm on my own, trying my best to see what I can do. Oh god, this is impossible. Ta-da! I can't say it was easy. I can't say it was terrifying. I do wish I'd filmed it, because if it collapsed it would have been so funny for you guys to see. But I hate to disappoint, but I'm going to have to disappoint you. If you had the original stand, that Lego Technics one, for what it's called, there are a few pieces that they put in there to make sure you put it exactly where it is. If you left those in, at the back of here there are a couple of little 2x1 flat blocks, and they just butt up against it, which seem to be pretty good where you want it. I mean, the plastic might be too close there might be a bit too much gap. I might have to go it that way a little bit to remove them, but I'll probably put them back in place anyway, either side of where the plastic is, so it doesn't rock a little bit if I ever move it. Problem with this is everything's now filthy. I've got fingerprints all over everything. So at the minute, ta-da! This has got to be moved a few more times yet anyway to get the parts back on, and then I've got to start putting the case together. I mean, they do recommend on one of the videos put the case together first. It's not going to happen with this one. This has got to be put in situ as it is. Blocks at the bottom, blocks in the middle, blocks at the top, then to screw things into place. So I'll probably put maybe the back on first, put some screws onto there, then work my way to side to front, and then top goes on. But first, this has got to go back together again. And I haven't got a clue what I did. Now this was meant to be a video about how to put the stand together for Millennium Falcon, but I think you can see there's a lot of problems with this. I'm actually seriously considering getting the instructions, disassembling this and starting from scratch. I hear so many little rattles of pieces falling inside the Millennium Falcon. It's not down to the stand, it's down to the kit being, it's not a toy, it's definitely a display thing, so this should have come with a display stand to start with. Tops on. I'm going to turn it around and do the rest of the stuff underneath now, but the top's on. So yeah, wish me luck. Now as far as I'm concerned, that's in, that's done. I'm happy. It looks lucky, don't I? You can't put 2 of the legs on, obviously, because the legs go on there for the stand. It's in, it's on, it's secure enough. There's 2 pieces over there that fell off, but that's onto the side, but that's fine. While I'm here, I'm going to get the back. I'm going to put the back on first, because it's that way around. The whole thing will just lift off anyway, but with the size of this thing, should actually put in a thing there, it's absolutely impossible to get this thing right. So, yeah, and off we go again. Now at this stage, I've got every one of the blocks in that you get, apart from this one. Now if you look at them carefully, they're actually drilled on 3 sides, but it's in the corners. The problem with it, I can see, there's only one small little problem, is these edge ones. Now these back ones here can point the 3rd hole that way. Or you could probably put it so you redirect so it points downwards, but I'd rather not see it, so that doesn't matter so much. So the side ones go in, screw goes through, and that's that. There's one on this one here because when this goes into place, it's happy and done and sorted. But at this stage, don't put the front on. Do not put the front on. Put that block on. Put every one of these blocks in place where they're going to go. Make sure you've got all the screws. I think I may be a few short because the box was opened. Well, one of the little screw box was opened. Before you put this on, clean inside. Mount everything that you want, because I've got the stands to go in there for the minifigures and a little plaque, so I'm going to do them now, and then then that's when the front and the top go on. You could, if it's a smaller model, you can lift the whole thing up and move it over. This is not a small model, so I'm going to get things made, put you back on the bench over there so we can make the minifig stand and see what we can fit in here for the minifigures. And that's alright anyway, yeah? Mm-hmm. Now if you can hear a little bit of a blowing in the background, that's because I've got the fan on and it's because I'm warm. Right, so basically we have the room for 7 minifigs, a BB-8 and a Porg or 2. Perhaps there's also with mine, it's got the, the thing. I'll get the thing in a minute. So again, careful with static. What's a Minoc? That's what it is. Minoc. So these are all been drilled out, then put a little. It's a fake Lego one, but who cares? Doesn't matter so much. You've got same again. This little pattern. It's nice how the actual pattern of this entire lot is emphasised around where the blocks to create it, to put together are. That's quite weird. Oh, this is also quite weird as well. It's also been laser etched and stuff. So this is a. Yeah, you can see the whites under the feet. I am not picking that out. I am OCD. I know I am. But I'm not that bad. Oh, this is going to be bad to do. If you don't know this yourself, then yeah, just poodle. Those are all bits are easy. Try and not put fingerprints all over everything. If not, clean. Oh, look at that. So I need to pick, and there's dust everywhere. The static is picking up everything. Let me take these out of that. I mean, that's the easiest part to do, because all I have to do is take that out of there anyway, back off, and then straight onto, and it shows you the collector series bit. 7,541 pieces. I'll just start that off and put it to one side. I mean, if you can do this in a clean and dust-free environment, good luck finding one. But also, if you do gloves, then you've got to use a tool to get that off. So 2 secs, quick cut, and then we're done. So with those done, okay, I'm actually keeping these Wiki Brick parts on there for some reason. So right, you've got two of these parts that way, if you can see them properly. You actually can't. Okay, there's two with bits like that. They will go to the left and the right hand side. If you want, you can quite easily put some glue in there, and that's really tight in there. I'm surprised that doesn't even snap. Ooh, that is really just over the top. Because this will go in there and then be wedged in place by that one anyway. So, oh, if that doesn't break, I'll be impressed. Actually, I'm going to break it. I know I am. See, that's not going in right either. Push down, man. Push down. These are very, very tight. For what you actually put it on here, this is far too overkill. I wouldn't recommend anything apart from just taking your time and pushing it in. And I've even cleaned these already, so it's not helping either. There we go. That's probably as far down as I can get without having a hammer on there. And the other one with the lip to the front goes in the middle. Squeaky noises. Now that one's down further than the other, so I might have to knock those in place. Right, that doesn't help. Oh, blimey. Oh, there we go. That's just popped. Has that popped up? No, we're in. We're there. I'll try and... Oh, that is terrifying. It just sits there anyway. So, fingerprints are plenty. Scalpel was used to try and pick off parts anyway, and tweezers didn't really work. Oh, I've got another clean again. Okay, clean as I can be bothered. Right, we've got 4 classic figures. 5, well, 6 of the newer ones, but we've got Finn's hair's one place. We'll put Finn to there. Put Ray in the middle. We'll put Han to the side. Then we're going to put Han and Leia to the middle, Chewie to one side, and 3PO to the other. It's a shame that this kit never came with an R2-D2, but then again, it is the Falcon. So he was with the X-Wing, which I've got on the shelf already. So there you go, there's the fitted kits there. I could put some of these inside the ship because of the kit that I got for the X-Wing fighter came with a Leia, a General... Yeah, and then the, what do you call it, the mechanic came with the Mandalorian ship, yes. But I've also got a Minoc. So what do we do with this? I do know. There's nowhere to put the Minoc. Maybe just reattach it to the ship, or maybe put it back together properly. No, yes, no, yes, no. Oh, actually, that's a part, that's... What is this part on here? Cool. Ignore me, it's fine. So we also have the little droid, which came with... yeah, the Mandalorian one with the fixer, but that is also a little one that comes from the Jedi. Yeah, I forgot what the bloody game is. I haven't even played it. The Jedi thingy, yeah, with Cal Cestus. So right, next job. Oh, this is going to get impossible. We have this part here, cleaned off, nicely engraved, and just heat on there from me just now, I think. Unless it's really badly... It can't be damaged already. It's like it's misted. Okay. Maybe it is. It's been burned as it's been put on. Yeah, can't see that on camera, but I can see it here, which is a bit weird. So these just magnetise straight onto the thing. They'll go somewhere else. I might... It's up to you what you do with your kit. If you want to put Han and Chewie piloting the Falcon so you can see them all the time, and you put people inside the ship, fine, you can see the cockpit anyway, and then display the rest of them. I might put... Yeah, I might put Han and Chewie in anyway. There's at least 2 more for... Yeah, other figures. Okay, let's go back to the table, and we'll put these on, because these just magnetise on, like I say, and screw the case back together again. Now, if you've made it this far, thank you. Done. It's in. Look at that. Nothing. I've still got the front and the top to go. Figures are in place. I have put Chewie and I have put Leia the one from the X-Wing, not the one from here. And Han Solo in there from the classic era. Classic dish. You've got space on here to put the dish and the Minoc plate. You've got your plate that came with the actual kit here anyway. So little figures are there, all sat there, they're all waiting, they're all doing what they want to do. Maybe they'll go in eventually, I don't know. So now I need to get the front on, which is there, and the top on. But if you're doing this yourself, take out as much as you can. I probably recommend maybe doing this in an environment where it's quite windy, so maybe any dust won't sit on anything. But like I said, there's a lot of static on this, so it's going to get tricky. So that in mind, let's carry on with the rest of this build. Done. Sorted. Millennium Falcon finished, put in the box. Fitted the right way around, everything's fine, although I have... some of these parts are from there's a Mandalorian ship there, well, two Mandalorian ships, the X-Wing, if they're in shot, they possibly might just be parts for that grey bit inside there. I know that's for this, and some of the, I don't know where they go. One day I'll put them back on, one day I might strip it down. Problem is, I've just put it all back together again and I've forgotten two of the landing legs. They're going in the box. So, it looks amazing. It looks really good. In there, it's protected. I've got a fingerprint right there, and this is going to really boil me because I haven't got a tissue anywhere near. So, yeah, looks good as it is. It's going to be staying virtually the same place as what it is now. So I can still get access to the bits and bats I've got on this shelf over here. Hopefully nothing should drop off. I shouldn't lose an Enterprise and drop into, but it's acrylic. Like I said on the start, I would prefer a polycarbonate. It's a lot more solid. These will break. It would be nice to actually get hold of one of these pieces or something, just so I can maybe do something just in case it breaks. Things will fall off, I'm sure of it. As soon as I move it into exactly where it's going to go, something will fall off, I'm sure. But I'll give you a little bit of closer look at inside the box now. If you want to do this yourself, Wicked Brick, look for, they do cheaper ones without the background. You could probably get your own background and stick it to that piece of poster or something like that, maybe a galaxy or something like that. They do different backgrounds. That is £250. You can get a discount, just look around for a discount, ask them questions. It takes a while for them to be delivered, but that's the only problem. Other than that, in a case, looks absolutely immense. So, yeah. I know there's parts missing off that ship anyway, but at least now it'll fall off on its own thing and I'm not going to be destroying it. Ah, great. So, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Follow me on social media. Consider being a Patreon so you can help me carry on doing videos like this. Consider being a YouTube member. Consider, yeah, just doing a donation, just sending me something across. If you want, just get in touch. Email address is on the channel. Everything's just there in the description below. And I will see you in another video. Bye for now.